Uh, I got 20 minutes worth of storage space left. I'm going to have to delete some more shit and keep getting filled up with shit. Good evening, ladies and germs. Hope you're doing well, all of that good stuff. I happen to be doing fantastic. I have had a wonderful day. A wonderful weekend, as a matter of fact. Got my truck, my car, got my brakes fixed. That was jackpot. Got my chainsaw working. Dad got my battery booster box working. Dad got my little impact driver working because he's a master of everything. He can fix anything. We got a lawnmower all tore apart and got that back on the road to recovery. We got his engine completely dismantled and working on doing a cylinder head removals and replacing head gaskets and shit because he's got a gasket leak. He's losing coolant. It's going somewhere, leaking around the number, probably around the exhaust port there somewhere because it's dribbling out the exhaust pipe. We had ourselves a little chainsaw competition. I shared that with you. I hope you enjoyed something that I posted. You know what I mean? I only get one like per video, and they all come from the same person, which, by the way, I appreciate that person. And she knows who she is, and she hits the thumbs up button on every video I post, and nobody else hits a thumbs up button on them. So you must think they suck, but, you're watching them. I can see that you're watching them, so, if you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. I don't care. I'm going to keep putting them up there, and people that, if they want to watch them, they can watch them. If they don't, they don't. I don't care. All right, some issues with, I'm not going to get into that right now. Dad and I were out playing pool. We went to the old McLeods there. Not the old McLeods. We went to the new McLeods down on Wheaton Way. And the place is a really nice place. And you might have seen a video I posted there a while back where I was bitching about the service that the bartender gave me. Well, walked in there and there was a different bartender. And everything went really well except for the layout for the pool table area there. There's only really room for one pool table, but they got two in there. So every other time you go to shoot, you line up. And when you go back with your pool stick, it hits a wall or a fucking rail or something is in the way. I went over to the bar and I said, hey, my man, Caden is his name. Last time I was there, I was being told that he was, family member of the owners of the place. I said, hey, your family owns this place, right? And he said, no, I just work here. He said, that's the owner right there. I said, oh. So I walked over there and I, stood off to the side. He was eating something. By the way, the new McLeods down there on Wheaton Way has the best chili in the world. If you ever want good chili, go to McLeods. Apparently they got all kinds of good food. So anyways, we had a couple beers and, I got pissed off because I kept smacking the pool table and every time the butt of the pool stick would hit the wall. And they got a bunch of, like 3-foot-long pool sticks to compensate for this issue. And I'm over there looking at this. What the hell's going on here? And I came up with an idea where they could redesign this area and have a good area to play pool. And all it would do was just run a couple walls off at an angle from this door that goes back to the kitchen area. And it might interfere, but I doubt it, with one of the dartboards. I thought that would be an acceptable substitute. So I go over there, I'm standing there, I find out this guy's the owner of the place, and I go over there and I stand there like a fucking weirdo, I'm looking at him with this, weird look, and he looks at me, finally, he's watching TV, but he looks over at me. I said, hey, my name's Steve Chevalier, I heard you're the owner of this place. He said, yeah, I am. I said, how you doing, my man? It's good to meet you. I used to know the old owner, his name was Mike Brown. Oh yeah, Mike Brown, he's a good friend of mine. I knew Mike Brown, and his daughter, Brianna, was a friend of mine, back a long time ago, and I just want to tell you, with all due respect, this place is absolutely magnificent. You did a magnificent job of cleaning this place up and making it nice. And I like every change you made except for this pool table situation over here. He said, yeah, no, it's kind of shitty. And he said, we're just dealing with it. I said, well, yeah, I just wanted to tell you, my dad and I are pool players, and we come out to play pool. And we also drink a beer and have a nice bowl of chili. And by the way, you got the best chili in the world. And he got interested in what I was saying. I said, I had an idea for you. I don't know if you care to hear it. And he said, yeah, go ahead. And I said, where you got the walls coming straight out of that access to the kitchen area back there, what if you sloped them off there at about 25 degrees? That would give you more room for the pool players. I mean, maybe you'll lose the space for one of your 4 dartboards. I said, are you making a lot of money on them dartboards? He said, no, I don't make any money at all on them dartboards. I don't even own them dartboards. Somebody else owns them, and I get like 10%. And I said, well, how many fucking people are lined up to play 4 fucking dartboards worth of dartboards over there? He said, hardly any. I don't make anything. Said, so you make any money off a pool? He said, yeah, people, a lot of people come in here and play pool. That's a fucking fantastic idea. He said, I designed that myself, and I should have hired an engineer, an architect or something, and I just didn't feel like spending the money. I designed the whole place myself, by the way. He says, I own the yacht club broiler, and I own this, that, and the other thing. He owns all kinds of good stuff around town. My name is this and that and the other thing, and it's good to meet you, and I appreciate you coming over and giving me the feedback. And did you see our outdoors area there? And I was like, no, I haven't seen your outdoors area. Why don't you take me out there and show me? He said, yeah, I'll do that. So then we get up, we go walking out there. This guy's absolutely amazing. He's telling me about this. He's telling me about that. He's telling me about how he didn't, fork out bazillions of dollars to pay some architect or some landscaper to come in there and design the place. He did it all by himself. And I said, man, congratulations. You did a good job here. You just made one small fucking error over there. He said, yeah, I knew I'd made an error. I just didn't know what to do with it. But I tell you what, I like that idea of yours. And when, I get around to it, I got a lot of other stuff going on. But when I get around to it, I'm going to go ahead and run that off at an angle. I like that idea. So I thought it was a pretty good one myself. We talked, and I told him about my story, and he told me about his story, and we got to be friends and exchange numbers. You know what I mean? Now, this is what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to go around and, meet good quality people and, make good quality contacts. And this guy's going to call me, and he'll probably remember this guy, Steve Chevalier, that sounded like he knew what he was talking about. And the guy that said he owned a general contracting business for a number of years, and the guy that went through the ship fitter apprenticeship program, worked his way up and was a nuclear ship fitter. And the guy that was pretty successful and then turned into a drug addict pile of shit and then fucking tried to kill himself and not too long ago. And moved himself over into another area and cleaned himself up and got his shit together and, was trying to make a comeback and was trying to get on, old YouTube there and, to be a influencer, like, motivator. Try to tell people, hey, I'm no different than anybody else. I've, been up, I've been down, I've been all over the place. And I don't care where you're at. If you're addicted to drugs, get off the drugs. If you're around shitty people, get away from the shitty people. Go find yourself some good quality people to be around, and everything will be better. And I told him all of this, and he was fucking flabbergasted. He couldn't believe that somebody was telling him all this, and he asked me for my telephone number, and we exchanged telephone numbers, and I'm sure I'll hear from him, or I'll contact him and ask him how he's doing. I told him God bless, and attaboy, congratulations on a life well lived, and I'm pretty proud of you. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've been through your struggles, ups and downs, and he told me about a few struggles, ups and downs, and said he was proud of me, and congratulations for keeping on, and cleaning up and all that stuff. And by golly, I think I made a friend there. That's what I've been trying to do, regardless of what anybody out there thinks. And then, okay, as I said, the pool table situation was no good, so I told the old man, hey, old man, let's fucking pack it up. You finish your bowl of chili and finish your beer, and we're going to go play pool somewhere else, because this pool table situation sucks. That's why I was over at the bar in the first place, was to close out my tab so that we could go play pool somewhere else, when I met this outstanding human being that just happens to be very respected individual in this town. And when I told him I was living over there in Ellensburg and, had some ideas, he said, well, I got a lot of resources and I would like to do some things over there. Is that town really any good? And I've been there and it seemed like it was amazing. You've been living there for a while. Is that town any good? Nah, I told him it stinks. It's the worst place on earth and you wouldn't want to move there if you had your life dependent on it. You know what I mean? But no. I told him I had some ideas and, he said he'd get a hold of me, maybe put some backing into my ideas. So then Dad and I are heading up to the A&C, and Dad's telling me fucking turn left and turn right. I said, shut your mouth. I know what you're fucking... I've lived here for 47 years, you know what I mean? I'm the fucking captain of this vessel, and you just sit over there and relax. I know where we're going, and I'll get us there, I promise. So as we're zigging and zagging down to where we're heading, the A&C Tavern, he says, hey, Did you ever get a hold of that guy you used to know, that friend of yours? You did some remodel work. I don't remember his name. He lived down in this area, and then we do some remodel work on a restaurant or something for somebody you knew down there. I was like, restaurant? What the fuck is that? David Mills. Yes. We're going there right now. Okay? And he said, it's getting kind of late. It's like 7:30 in the evening. And I said, no, I don't give a fuck. We're going there right now. Last time I was here, I planned on going by there and seeing that man. I didn't get a chance to do it, so we're going there right now. And by the way, it'll be nice because you're here with me, and if I get, a little talkative and a little loud and he doesn't recognize what the hell's going on, he's not going to think something's amok, because you'll be standing there backing me up, letting them know that I'm okay. Because Dad's told me I'm okay. Which not very many other people that I know and respect and love have told me. They seem to want to tell me that I'm fucked up and doing fucked up shit. So we go by David Mills' house. The lights are on. And I'm excited. I'm pulling the driveway. Two of us walked down there, and I knocked on the door, and he came and he answered the door. And I haven't seen this man. This man was my best friend. He was older than me. Give me a goddamn minute, okay? All right, this man is 30 years my senior, and I love that man with all my heart. He was the greatest human being, right up there with the greatest people I've ever known or ever met, and I had the honor or privilege to know. Give me a goddamn minute, okay? So we knocked on that door, and he came to the door, and I could tell he's aged a lot. I haven't seen him in 15 plus years. And he can't get around as well. He shows me right away the scar on the back of his neck. All right, he had to have surgery on the back of his neck to have a tumor removed that almost fucking killed him. And if he hadn't had it removed, it would have killed him, or he would have been paraplegic. But he manned up and he got it done so that his family would have him alive, and he's 78 years old now. And he's not the man that I remember physically, but inside, that man was exactly who I remember. And we talked, and we talked, and we talked. And his wife was there. We hugged. And he forgave me. He said he never gave up on me. He said he thought I was doing good things. And he gave me some advice that I'm going to follow. And you're going to be hearing about that advice in the very near future, I promise. And he asked me if I could please row him down a river again someday. Because he can't do it. said I'd be honored to. He said he tried to take his grandchildren out fishing. But he couldn't do it, and he couldn't control the boat, and he couldn't do it, and he didn't have it in him physically. But that man is still 1,000% spiritually and mentally and emotionally, and he's still every last bit the man that I remember. We exchanged telephone numbers because I haven't had his number for years and he hasn't had mine. And I said, you want to take your grandchildren fishing someday, any day, you call me, and I don't care where I'm at in the world or what I'm doing. I will shut it all down, and I will be here as soon as fucking physically possible to row you and your grandchildren out, and you will just sit there and have a good time and not have to worry about handling shit. Because I got you. Because he was the best friend I ever had. And I've missed him more than anybody could possibly know. But we're going to be all right. You know what I mean? Both men of faith. We both know neither one of us would be here if it wasn't for the big guy in the sky looking out for us. I said I was going to share that information with you at another point in time, that advice that he gave to me, and when I was telling him about my YouTube idea and trying to motivate people and let them know that, you know, regardless of their situation, they can get themselves out of it and get themselves into a better place, and maybe we could spread some positivity around the world. And he said, just please spread the message that you didn't do it on your own, Steve. The big guy in the sky was there with you the entire time. I said, yes, sir. And so, you've heard me saying God bless you all every time I end a video. And I meant it. Because I know without question that the big guy is out there. And he's looking out for all of his children. Us. Now, all of his children seem to have forgotten where they came from. And the results of that unintentional lapse of memory due to programming by various sources has resulted in a catastrophic failure of the human spirit and its interaction with Mother Earth. And I will tell you right now, and you can tell me I'm crazy if you'd like, but my mission, my goal, and my responsibility, though self-assumed, is to fix it all. I'm standing here before you with the love and support and encouragement of people that really matter to me, telling you that the big guy in the sky is out there and he's not happy with the current state of affairs. And it's not anybody's fault except for a few. Okay. I have somehow, I don't know how, not something I set out, to do. Not something I, contemplated when I was a child. But at my current stage in life, I have become fully aware that my purpose here on this planet is to fix it for all of us. Because if anybody out there thinks that everything is honky-dory and everything is the way that it is supposed to be, and is happy with the current state of affairs and how things are being run into the ground, well, you individuals and me need to talk, okay? Please contact me directly. But for all the other folk out there that realize something ain't right, and shit seems to be going all kinds of sideways, and this is becoming a real shit show, and what in the hell? Why is everybody so nasty and mean and upset and angry? And why is it like this? If you ever had an inkling something just wasn't right, I'm telling you why that is. It's because all of the original intentions have been cast aside. And a few folk, or pukes, as I like to call them, have decided it was their mission to change things to their own liking. But where those